What would you be willing to give up in order to have the life of your dreams? Welcome, Moms Thrive Tribe, to the Full Moon Power Ritual. I'm Gina Fontaine, the founder of the Moms Thrive Tribe. And the theme of this full moon in Pisces this evening, and I'm no astrologer, I don't claim to be an astrologer, but the theme of this full moon, hi Rowan, is to release. To release is such a hard thing to do because it means getting uncomfortable. We get so comfortable with the way things are, and I know I'm a Taurus, so I grip and I hold and I like comfort. So welcome, and I'm so glad that you're able to join me. This is completely spontaneous, and I'm here with you because, well, nobody was on Zoom, so I thought I'm just going to hop over to Facebook Live, and then it'll be recorded, and people can see it when they want to. Because it's hard to get moms together. It's just the truth. So this evening I have a few things in my little ritual setting. I'm going to show you. I have Ganesha. And Ganesha in Hindu mythology is the remover of obstacles. So talk about release. And this is my power quartz crystal. So maybe you have a power object in your house. It doesn't have to be a crystal. It doesn't have to be any kind of sacred god or goddess. But you can grab something that's your power tool. I love this because when I hold it, I just feel like super strong. And it's quartz, and it's also very clearing. And I also lit a candle, so there's my candle. And for some reason, the color orange is speaking to me. That's the color of the second chakra, which is the chakra of creativity, the sexual chakra, and that's the color I'm wearing. In the background, you can see those are some of my sunflowers, and I'll be using those a little bit later. I cut those. They're mammoth sunflowers. They're huge. And that was part of my release today, was releasing those flowers that were just, they rise about 12 feet in my backyard, and they were just hanging there like this. And so I released them today. And I'm going to begin our ritual. I have this sage stick that I've used many, many times, and it's very, very burnt, but I'm going to light this. And I also have a poem for you. So in the tradition, my dog is talking to me too. But Rumi is one of my favorite poets. If you don't know Rumi, he is a Sufi mystic. And Tucker, I'm going to have to ask you to stop. So, can you hear my dog? So I'm going to light some sage and just say a little incantation. If you have some sage or some Palo Santo, I think that's how you say it. I never get this name right, but this is a wood that's also releasing. I'm going to ask Tucker to be on his way. So bear with me because I'm probably going to have to play ball with my dog while I do this. If it's not the kids, it's the dog, right, Moms? It's like always something. But I'm determined to do my thing. And despite the distractions and the calls of duty, I've always been really good about staking my claim and saying, hey, I'm doing this. So I'm going to do this. And I bet you have kids crawling on you, or maybe you're getting your kids ready for bed or giving a bath, and you caught this and you said, come here, Tucker, you have to bring it here. Okay, so as I do this, and my dog barks, and that's just the way it goes, everything is as it needs to be. Right? So that means the dog has to bark and get his own way. For I am light and love. I am right where I need to be, for I am light and love. I accept the light and love that dwells within me and all around. And as I do, I cleanse my heart, this space, and all that surrounds. I am cleansed. My heart is full. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And if you had something that you were burning, it doesn't have to be sage. You can call it a cleansing tool, and it's a cleansing tool. That's just the way it is. All right. So in the ritual that I found for the full moon, it talks about taking a sacred ritual bath to release and cleanse and using bath salts. Well, obviously, we're not going to take a bath together, but I am going to read you a poem. Oh, thank you so much, Ian. Can you bring Tucker in? So Ian my son caught on that I was having a hard time, and he offered to bring Tucker in, but he said no. So appropriately, what I do when I'm looking for inspiration is I just kind of say a little prayer to the book gods and goddesses, and I inevitably open to the right page. And today I open to the Pickaxe. And so this poem reads, "Some commentary on I was a hidden treasure, and I desired to be known. Tear down this house. 100,000 new houses can be built from the transparent yellow carnelian buried beneath it. And the only way to get to that is to do the work of demolishing and then digging under the foundation." Do you see how the theme is fitting in here? Stop. Hold on, guys. I love that I know I can be authentic and real with all of you, and you understand. So with that value in hand, all the new construction will be done. You are unbelievable. I can't believe it's a dog that's throwing me off today. With that value in hand, all the new construction will be done without effort. And anyway, sooner or later, this house will fall on its own. The jewel treasure will be uncovered, but it won't be yours then. The buried wealth is your pay for doing the demolition. I am so sorry, you guys. There's not a lot I can do about this, but I'm showing resilience. The pick and shovel work. If you wait and just let it happen, you'd bite your hand and say, "I didn't do as I know I should have. This is a rented house. You don't own the deed." Thanks, Rowan. I appreciate the support. You have a lease and you've set up a little shop where you barely make a living sewing patches or on torn clothing. Yet only a few feet underneath are two veins, pure red and bright gold carnelian. Quick! Take the pickaxe and pry the foundation. You've got to quit the seamstress work. What does the patch sewing mean, you ask? Eating and drinking. The heavy cloak of the body is always getting torn. You patch it with food and other restless ego satisfactions. Rip up one board from the shop floor and look into the basement. You'll see two glints in the dirt, and those are those jewels, those carnelian, bright gold and pure red jewels coming up underneath the dirt after you did the work of the demolition. And what's really cool is this book, this Rumi poem, was written, I think, in the 1500s. I'd have to find the exact date for when Rumi was alive. And that's pretty amazing to me. He talks about food and drink and the ways that we patch over the discomfort of dismantling what we need to dismantle to get to the gold, to get to the awesomeness of us. And that is exactly what's happening right now. And what an appropriate time for all this to be happening. We have been through, 6 months of just complete and utter unbelievable change. And I've seen the stories out there of the ways that we've tried to patch and do the seamstress work. And I think a lot of us have come to the realization that what we've been doing isn't working. The busy distracting ourselves, the drinking wine, the eating food, the doing drugs, the watching Netflix, all the things that we've been doing to keep going are not doing the demolition work that has to be done to get to the gold. And I'm feeling like a lot less doing and more just being in the bathtub. And we are entering into that season of less doing when temperatures get colder, the leaves start to fall, and we symbolically release. And this full moon in Pisces, the sign of Pisces, is anybody a Pisces out there? Just give me a sign if you are a Pisces. But Pisces are known as the dreamers. This sign is known as very emotional and very, like a Pisces is going to be that person that you'll see hitting the road and traveling and not really needing to have that secure base. And we're being asked to get watery, to get fluid, and to go inside and just feel that natural flow. Because I think what a lot of us, myself included, have been doing is clench, hold, want to keep things the same, want to go back to normal, want everything to be the way it was. I don't think it's ever going to be the same. Ever. And we have this amazing opportunity right now to elevate and to, some people, I've seen teachers talking about the fifth dimensional reality. Third dimensional reality is where we're up here and we have to think everything through and we have to be very systematic and make Excel spreadsheets and map it all out. Fifth dimensional reality is, I feel it in here. And I'm just getting an urging. I'm just getting a push. And I don't know why, but it's like why I'm sitting out here on my patio delivering this Facebook Live, because I just said, you know what, this just feels like the right thing to do. It's why when I went to Full Moon Books today and there was a psychic reader, I said, oh, I think I'm supposed to do that. And so I did that. And got some interesting insights. And she told me that I'm, kind of stale and gripping and holding on to the sameness because I'm not quite ready for that big breakthrough, but that some big changes are coming in a few months and I kind of just need to hang loose for a while. And what is it for you? I asked at the beginning of the Facebook Live, what is it that you would be willing to let go of if you could live the life of your dreams? Would you be willing to let go of the busy lifestyle? Would you be willing to let go of the need to always plan it all out with exactitude? Would you be willing to let go of the nightly glass of wine? What is it that you would be willing to let go of and not feel like you're letting go with the white knuckles, but to willingly release it and be free from it? And what's interesting is when I was setting this up on the patio, I went inside and I said, oh, well, I've got my Rumi poem of the Pickaxe, which I read. I wonder what the angel cards say. So I went in and I grabbed a card, and guess what? It's really no surprise what came up. The word release. So there you have it. It's a moon that is encouraging us to release. So maybe you've given your child a bath this evening, and I invite you to get some bath salts, maybe some essential oils, maybe some incense, and think about, or don't even think about it, but feel into that bathtub and that bath water against your skin and ask, what am I willing to release? I mean, really willing. Because I think all too often we get into our head and we say, I should stop eating sugar. I should stop drinking wine. And then we go into this white knuckle place of shoulding all over ourselves. And it becomes a battle. So what are you willingly going to let yourself let go of and release so that you can get to that carnelian gold, that pulsing vein that Rumi talked about in the poem, The Pickaxe. And if you want to look up The Pickaxe by Rumi online, you can Google it, and I'm sure you can find the full text there. And I also wanted to share another thing that came in for me today, which is the foundation for a program that I'm going to be offering, a 6-week program to help you harvest your dreams. And actually the letters DREAMS form the foundation of this dream program. So the words are desire, respect yourself, exercise, because that's so important, awareness, and mindset and strength. And those are going to be my steps to helping facilitate you towards being in your dream life. So I'm looking over here because I was seeing if the moon was rising yet, because I heard it was supposed to rise at 7:44. But sometimes it takes a little while to get up above the houses. So go outside tonight and get a glimpse of the moon, bask underneath the moonlight, and ask yourself, what am I willing to release today in order to step into my dream life? Because it's already there. It's already there, just like that pulsing vein that was underneath the house. And Rumi talked about prying up the floorboards to get to it. It's there. And it's for you to ask yourself, how much demolition am I willing to do? How much am I willing to let go of? And today, like I said, I'm going to give you just kind of an idea of how big this sucker is. That's a sunflower. It's like the size of my head. And so I released this. I think I have 7 of them. I released these today. And I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but it was kind of a fun little ritual of release. So I invite you, if it came in for you while you were watching this, oh yes, I'm willing to release this, and you want some support around it, I am absolutely willing to hold space for that right now. And you can put it in the comments, even if you're watching a replay. And we, as a collective in the Moms Thrive Tribe, will hold space for you, because that is truly the intention, is for you to feel nurtured and supported as a mom at this time, and be more of who you are by doing less. Thank you so much for tapping into the full moon power ritual this evening. And I wish you a blessed full moon night. And I'm looking one more time. So I was hoping it would rise. And also the Nuggets are playing tonight. If you're in Denver, they have Game 7 in the championship round. I think last I saw they were winning quite handily. So how exciting for us. We might have a championship NBA team in town. And here come the sirens. So I think it's time for me to sign off and say good night and happy September.